called Cycle Mountain. It is for 2 to 6 players, and players are going to be taking on the role of bike racers, making their way through the mountain. There will be a total of 8 legs to each race, and the player who is in first after to the end of 8 legs wins the game. At the beginning of the game, each player chooses a bike color. For this example, I'm just going to use 4 different players. Take the position tokens of each of the player colors and randomly determine their starting order. The player color that is on the top of a stack is in first place. Each round, the top card of the deck will be taken off the stack, and this is the current leg that the players are riding on. The card that is on the top of the deck will be the next. Each round, 6 dice will be rolled, and the players in first and second will get to take 1 die. The player in first gets to pick first, and then the player in second also gets to pick a die. The remaining dice are available to all players. There are 4 places that die values can be used on a player's card. There's the back gear position, which can be a number between 1 and 6. There's a front gear position, which can be a number between 1 and 3. There's the power, and then there's the steering. The values in the gear section will be multiplied together and cannot exceed the max gear number on the current leg. The power value will be added to the total gear value to determine who's going the fastest. The steer value can be any number, but depending on the leg, there is a minimum. So for this leg, each player must have a minimum of the number 3 in their steer section. Players may modify the values of dice as they enter them by paying energy, which are tracked on these squares over here. Each 1 energy that you spend lets you change a die value by 1. You can use as much energy as you want in a turn, but if you need to pay an energy and you don't have any energy, you will go back 1 space. So in this example, the first player, purple, took the 6. Our second player, blue, took a 5. And then all players have access to any of these numbers to place in their different value slots. The blue player will place the 5 in this location, the 3 in this location, the 4 in the steering location, because there has to be a minimum of 3, and then we'll place the 2 in the power location. After all players have entered the values on their cards, all players reveal, and they calculate their total speed. The red player is going 12 plus 1 for 13. Yellow player is going 15 plus 1 for 16. The blue player is going 15 plus 2 for 17. And the purple player is going 15 plus 6 for 21. So the purple player is going fastest, meaning that they've moved forward 1 space on the position board. Then, at the end of each leg, the player who is in first place loses 1 energy. The player who is in second place loses 0 energy. And the players who are in third or further back get plus 1 energy. So purple lost energy, blue didn't lose or gain any energy, and yellow and red each get to gain energy by erasing one of their checked off energy boxes. Now the next leg can begin. The top card of the deck is placed on the current leg card, and the new round can begin. This leg has a maximum gear ratio of 12, a minimum steering value of 5, and since it's going downhill, you get plus 1 energy at the end of the leg. Players can only switch gears so quickly. So in each new leg, you can only change each of your gear values by 1. So this player can only reduce the 5. So this player can only change the 5 to either a 4 or a 6. And this value from a 3, the only value it could be is a 3 or a 2. If a player is unable to do that, they check off one of their wear and tear boxes. They have 3 total, and they are not eligible for being the fastest in that leg. In this round, the blue player went the fastest. 12 plus 6 equals 18. Whenever a player moves on the position track, they move forward 1 space on top of any pieces that they are moving to. So now blue player will be in first. Then each player either gains or pays the energy that they need to pay. In this case, blue would pay 1 for being first, but gains 1 because we're going downhill. Purple would be paying 0 for being second, and gain 1 energy for going downhill. And the red and yellow player will each gain 2 energy, 1 for going downhill and 1 for being third or further back. The game ends after 8 legs, or if any player moves their position piece from the end 1 more space. And that was Cycle Mountain. Thanks for watching.